Hi everybody and welcome to a new video. Today this envelope is going to be the, I guess, main character of this video. I received this beautiful envelope in my mails, and when I opened it I saw that the inside was made from a map, or I guess probably the whole envelope is made from a map. I love this so much and I immediately felt absolutely inspired. And I thought I'd just turn it around and glue it together again so that I have this beautiful envelope. But then I thought, why not make a template from this envelope? I mean, it's open anyway, so I want to make a template from it at first, and then afterwards use this template to create new envelopes. And I feel so inspired, so let's start. So for the template I use this cardboard. This is a thin cardboard. I guess it's comparable to the manila folders some of you are used to use. So I'm taking this. This has the perfect size. And I'm just going to trace this envelope. And of course now I'm going to cut out the shape. So these holes here, by the way, don't bother me at all. So for the next step I want to glue together papers or paper scraps, because this is bigger than the usual paper size here in Germany, DIN A4. So I have to make my own paper that I can use afterwards for this envelope. So I have some of my paper scraps here in this bin, and I want to use some of them up by just gluing some of them together to get a nice, you know, masterboard. I'm not overthinking, or I'm even try to not think at all. So I don't have a color theme in mind or something like that. Some of those papers, like this one, are from Happy Mails, and some of them I made by myself, or the most of them I made by myself. And I guess this technique that I'm showing you here is called Frankenpaper. You know, usually you would, or not usually, it is another possibility to bring the papers together, is to glue your scraps down onto a bigger sheet of paper. And here you don't have this base. You just glue together the papers. And I'm trying to glue them down a little bit in a rectangular shape, I guess. So I'm using the grid on the mat here, but you don't have to. This one is probably too thin. I mean, it could work, but for the first envelope, I want to use regular paper. Oh, this is so adorable. And here I have the problem that they are not overlapping very much. So I will glue something on top of this portion here. Normally I don't like those glue sticks at all, to be honest. But for this kind of project, I think it's okay. I mean, I have these, it smears, you know, I don't love it. Oh, here I have already another envelope. I can't stop hoarding envelopes. It's just crazy. I think I must have about approximately, I don't know, I should count them for you. I guess I have at least 40 or 50 junk mail envelopes in my stash, ready to be used. So let me put the template on top. Oh, we already have the perfect size. Well, that's great. So now I can, I mean, I don't want to have it bigger now because, as you could see, it's the perfect size for one envelope. You could go on gluing papers together on this sheet, but I just want to have my first envelope finished, so I'll stop here. And I'm just deciding now if I want to glue more layers on top. You have to make sure that your masterboard is not too thick in the end, because you want nice edges, so it's better if you leave it a little bit thinner. So I think some tissue paper is perfect, as it is not thick. Ooh, this came in a Happy Mail. Love this. Oh, I love it. The tissue paper is always so interesting. Gorgeous. This also came in a Happy Mail. It's crazy, but I know exactly from whom I was gifted even the tiniest paper scraps. So it doesn't matter if you have wrinkles. I love the extra texture that it gives. You could use your matte gel medium, and usually I would use this, but I have this glue stick in my hands now. No, I think I'm finished. I mean, of course, I can still add more layers or acrylics or some mark making on top when the envelope is finished. But for now, I want to cut out the shape. Let's at first fix this here. Okay, so now I'm just turning this piece around. I'm not planning on which side is then the front or the back. I'm going intuitively. I'm already lining this up here on the bottom, so I don't have to cut this edge. Okay, so now we have to fold. And I mean, this is pretty simple and easy because you just have to make your fold where those flaps go out, you know. You could use a scoreboard, of course. I even have one, but I guess I have used it approximately 2 times in my whole life. The glue is not dry yet, but that's okay. So it's not a rocket science here, but you could of course work more precisely by using a ruler or yeah. I think you know what I mean. Now this is the upper flap. I line it up a little bit here on the grid. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe it's better to use a bone folder to make sure you have nice creases. I already love it. That's gorgeous. And before gluing it together, of course, half of the fun comes from this window. So I want to have a window as well. Want to have my window here. I'm using this index card as a template for my window, I guess, because it has approximately the same size as the window on this original envelope. It's a little bit bigger, but that's okay. I think it's even more fun if it's bigger because then you can see even better what's inside. So I'm turning it around so that I don't see the pencil marks. And for cutting out this shape, I use this finger tool here and my ruler. I hope it works because the glue is still not dry. So make sure you use a cutting mat underneath. Of course, I won't throw this away. That's already fun, isn't it? Okay, now I realize the window is bigger as planned, so I can see the flap here. So I'm just trimming it a little bit. And of course now I want to have something here behind the window. And of course, just a clear plastic packaging or something like this is way too boring. So I took out my laminated sheets of paper, you know, and my transparencies that I made a few weeks ago. I just stamped on top of those transparencies. This is so much fun always. Or just some alcohol inks on transparencies. I guess this would be so much fun. Here I have a laminated lace. So let's see. Oh, that would be fun. But I think I want to have something more see-through like this. That's gorgeous. And I mean, this is the perfect color. Wow. This is a neutral one. If you tuck something here behind, you can still see what's inside. So I guess I'm going with those alcohol inks here. What do you think? A little bit of this purple here. Yeah, let's not overthink it. I totally forgot to say that, obviously, I don't want to use this envelope for the real mail, to send real mails or letters. I want to use them in my art journals, of course. So that's why I want to have this fancy window. So I'm just eyeballing here where I have to cut. And now I'm using my art glitter glue. That's fun, isn't it? So the glue, of course, is not dry yet, but I think I'm risking it. I'll go around with my sewing machine. So went around with a messy stitch as always. I always love the texture that the sewing gives. This is the inside. And now let's glue together. Okay, as you can see, I applied way too much glue here. So make sure you don't glue your envelope shut. That should be fine. Oh, I'm in love with it. So now we could, of course, go on decorating it. You could add some clusters here or some fun cutout shapes, some more, I don't know, whatever you like. Confetti on top, some acrylic paint. Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe let's try. I have bought these glitter acrylic paints recently. This is the first time that I have, you know, those glitter colors, and I haven't used them yet. Also have it in this pink neon rose, pink neon. Okay, I don't think this is neon, but it's glittery. So let's add some of them on top, and I mean, this is perfect here, but this is a little bit of a contrast. Okay, I think I need a brush. I know that those colors, oh, this is very thick here. Ooh, I don't know if that's supposed to be that thick. I really hope this is going to dry. To be honest, I don't think this is the consistency that this acrylic paint should have. So if you know this brand, I think this is, I see them in a lot of videos of creators from the US. So please let me know in the comments if that's normal, that it is so thick. So I'm just adding here a little bit here and there, also on the window, just to get a little bit of a sparkle. So I'll quickly dry this and then I'll turn the envelope around and add some more glitter here on the back side. So this is the back side now. I went in those circles with the glitter paint, and on the black here it is still a little bit sticky. This is so much fun. I mean, you can of course use this as a real envelope, then you just have to use a normal translucent paper here from a plastic packaging or from those you know, overhead transparencies that I used here, and then you can just send your mail. That would be fun as well, but I want to use them in my journals. If you're looking for some fun papers with different textures, different marks, different colors, you can check out my Etsy shop. I have some paper kits for you. And you can also check out the video that I'm going to link here in the upper right corner for you, as well as in the description box, where I show you what is in those paper kits. But I have to say one thing, I am not able to ship to the US because of a lot of regulations and tax, you know, tax things and all that kind of stuff. So unfortunately, I'm only able to ship to the European Union, but I already have plans for all of you who are in the US. I think I'm going to make some digitals for you, but that's still, you know, in progress, and I have to think about several things before I upload a product in my Etsy shop. But I will keep you updated about that here on my channel as well as on Instagram. So you get the idea. I'm now going to make a few more of them and then I will show you the results. I'm back again and I made some more envelopes, and I want to share my ideas and the different styles with you that I created. So this was the envelope that we made in the video. This is a completely different style, as you can see, obviously. This was made from a calendar and it has these, you know, nature inspired pictures or photographs, and this was a autumnal photograph from trees. A totally different color theme, of course, as this one. So I just took this calendar page and added some extra layer on top with this tissue paper. A tea bag, I think you can hardly see this. This is here and it goes until here. The tea bag, I mean. This is the tag from the tea bag. Another part of this tissue paper here. I then added on top the acrylic paint with the glitter, and did some splattering with white acrylic and sewed random stitches here on the paper before I glued everything together. Completely different style, but I love it as well. Another fun envelope. I did the same thing that I did with this here, just glued together the different papers. On this here, I added the window on the left side. I added this, you know, overhead transparency on which I stamped with my own stamps that I made. Went around the window with some stitching. Then I added this faux handwriting here and there. Then I glued everything together and added these gemstones here. And this is the envelope that I showed you in the very beginning, the envelope that I received in my mail and that had this map on the inside. I finally glued it together, but before gluing it together, I collaged this flower here and those paper scraps, as well as here. I added some laminated glitter here as the window, sewed around it again, and then in the end glued everything together. Love it. Again, a completely different look compared to this one, for example. And I also made another template. I just took apart a normal envelope, made myself a template like I did with this one. And then again, cut out from a masterboard that I glued together with the papers the shape of the envelope, glued everything together, and this time I went around with my sewing machine in the end, after I've glued everything together. And then added this fun cluster on top. So it has no window, just the cluster here. I think all of them are so much fun. And as you can see, I didn't add a closure to those envelopes yet, because I don't know yet what I will do with them. You know, I could glue them into my journals. Let me grab a journal for you. So for example, let me take this page here. I could just glue this flap down, or maybe I would do it like so. So I would put glue on here, glue this down, and then you have the envelope as a tip in. It could be a little bit hard. No, I don't think so. I wanted to say it could be a little bit hard to tuck things in here, but no, that would totally work. So then, of course, I would not need a closure. I could also glue this envelope, or let me take the other one, the smaller one. I could glue the flap down like so. And then I would have here a beautiful, you know, journal page made from the envelope. I could glue this down to get another pocket. For example, glue this down here. So I could tuck something in here. And then I could either glue this whole flap down on the other page, or I could just put a little glue here, glue this down, and then I could also still tuck something in here. So I wouldn't need a closure here either. You could also glue it down like so. I mean, for this journal, this envelope would be too big, but you get the idea. Then you could open it like so, or on the bottom of the page, like so. You could tuck something in the pocket. You could also just put the envelope in here without gluing anything. Then I would probably add a closure. And for the closure, you could add some brads here a brad, and here a brad, and then tie a thread to keep it closed. You could also set 2 eyelets, 1 eyelet here, 1 here, and use a thread to close it. You could also just set an eyelet here on the flap and then go around the envelope several times. You have so many possibilities. I also bought those Velcro dots the other day. They are sticky, and I had the idea to just glue them down, and then I have, you know, a super easy closure. Turns out that those Velcro dots are really strong. So when I went to open it, the whole sticky thing gets removed, you know? So I can't use them. And yeah, this really bugs me, to be honest. Yeah, so I hope you had fun watching this video. And I hope you feel inspired to make your own envelopes using up some of your scraps. Maybe leave me a comment if you have any further ideas for the closure for those envelopes. I would be really interested in your ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely and creative day. See you next time. Bye.